We are not here to oppose anybody. This Goa, not only for ourselves, but for future generations. We become outsiders in our own land. It must be development for the people of Goa. The agricultural lands can't be converted. And when I say corrupted, I don't mean only the present government. We have done the damage, don't do further damage. This has gone beyond limits. We don't check the environment and the ecology, the damage that you are doing. Don't throw stones, don't pelt stones.
फाटले कांय दीस आमी पळयतात की गोंयान एक व्हडलो बोवाळ जाल्ला. एक म्हटल्यार इलिगल हिल कटींग, CRZ वायलेशन्स. हरमला हालींच आमी पळयल्या की मशाल मिरवणूक जाली की लोकांनी सांगलें की लँड कन्वर्जन करपाक दिवचें ना म्हणून सरकाराक. सो ह्या बोवाळा भितर आनी लोकांक कोण तरी हेल्प करपा खातीर आणि एक असो उलो मारला ज्यांच्यानी म्हटलां की एक लोक लढा म्हणटा तो दिवपाक जाय आनी त्या खातीर ते हेल्प करपाक रेडी आहात. ते म्हणजे रिटायर्ड चीफ जस्टीस फेर्दिनो रिबेलो सर आनी ते आमच्या वांगडा आयज आसा आनी तेंच्या कडल्यान आमी जाणून घेवया तांकां अशें कित्याक दिसलें की गोंया खातीर तेंच्यांनी हे एजीचेर तेंच्यांनी येवन झगडपाची तांकां गरज पडटा. सर वेलकम सर. तुमी पयला आसतले गोंयान कितें चल्लां कितें तुमी वाचता आसतले आनी पयरूच एक हरमला म्हणटात तशी मशाल मिरवणूक जाली लँड कन्वर्जन अगेन्स्ट आनी तुमी एक पोस्ट घातलो की तुमी जाल्यार हेल्प करपाक रेडी आसा म्हणून. तुमकां अशें कित्याक दिसलें सर?
हांव जाले 6 म्हयने हे विचार जाग्यार जे लोकांनी म्हाका उलोवपा दिल्लो हे प्रचार हांवें मांडल्यात आनी पयर हांवें पेपराचेर वाचलें आरांबोळा बद्दल म्हणून. हे आरांबोळ एकच गोश्ट न्ही, असलें जाग्यार जाता आनी लोक झगडटात आपल्या वाड्यांनी, पण द कलेक्टीव मुवमेंट आजून जालो ना. सो आमी कितें सारके रस्त्यार मुखार वचपा जाय जाल्यार इट हॅज टू बी अ प्रॉपर रोड अँड सगळे लोक जे झगडटात ते एकठांय येवपा जाय. एकठांय येवपा जाय कित्याक कोणाक विरोध करपाक न्ही. वी आर नॉट हियर टू ओपोज एनीबडी. वी आर हियर अँड आय एम आर्टिक्युलेटिंग द थॉट्स of fellow Goans that we have to preserve this Goa not only for ourselves but for future generations. We can't allow our villages to be populated by outsiders where we are going to lose our identity. Our villages are going to change the topography, demography, and we become outsiders in our own land. Now, I don't mind development, but development must be with the human face. It must be development for the people of Goa, not to bring in influx. Now, I've been articulating the concept of capacity. You have to know whether there is infrastructure in the villages. When I say infrastructure, whether there is sewerage lines, whether there is water supply, whether there is electricity. And because all these constructions which are coming out are destroying our subsoil and water. So that has to stop. That is one issue. Number 2 are our hills. Now these hills are for posterity. They are not meant for somebody to come cut and put up constructions. They have to be reserved for our future generations. We can't be a state where at some point of time there will be no hills. Now unfortunately what I am seeing is a weird concept of gradient. Now the Survey General of India has conducted a survey of gradients. Now unfortunately a matter came to the High Court. Perhaps the point was not articulated as should have been articulated. Because you can't amend the survey conducted by the Survey General's office by some private architect's survey. So this point perhaps was not properly focused in that matter. Thereafter, we prepare a master plan for Goa, okay, regional plan, other plans. Now these plans are supposed to be in force for at least 30 years or 20 years, whatever, according to law. Now, amendments have been brought into the law providing for further changes during this period. Now, this must stop because when you plan for the future, for the 30 years. So, how do you go on changing? So, all these sections, according to me, which allows change of zoning, allows change of user of land, must be scrapped. I can understand a small exception to a local goan to build a house. That could be the only exception. Otherwise, there should be no other exceptions. Third, I have passed so many judgments that agricultural lands can't be converted, not based on what I believe, based on what the laws are in force in Goa. Now, what is happening is the Form 114 is being tampered with, the tenant is being removed, and someone is shown as a landlord. Mamladars don't go and look at the old records where there are inscriptions of the paddy produced every year. So this has been given total, and perhaps everybody has got a hand in it. Otherwise, this would not have happened. Now this large scale can't go on. आणि आम्ही कोंकणी झगडले कित्याक लागून, स्टेटहूड झगडले कित्याक लागून, हो आमचो प्रांत एक should be an ideal for the rest of India, with an educated class of Goans, not poor, everybody having something. We could have become the best state to highlight. On the contrary, what is happening is the political system has become corrupted. And when I say corrupted, I don't mean only the present government. In the past also it happened, but perhaps now it is more endemic. So this must stop. This must stop. People can't be allowed to fight for themselves. The government are their trustees for the people. They are supposed to work for the people and not make the people fight by these illegal changes. So that few proposals which I have put out are my concept, my thoughts, for the people, for others to sit across and work upon. Now, I have also spoken about the Mandovi River, the casinos. Now, every one chief minister brought in the casino, another chief minister said he is going to remove it, but they are still there. Now, the rivers are for the people. The government is a trustee for the people for those rivers. There's a doctrine called public trust doctrine, where the government must preserve these rivers, the shores, the lakes for the people. They can't allow commercial exploitation of the rivers, the shores and the lakes. Now, yes, navigation on the river, permissible activity. But anchoring of these casino boats is something which is impermissible. It's a economic activity of what is called as gambling, which is what we call res extra commercium. It is not regular commerce. This is what is called the finance minister called it a sin commerce. So therefore, this must, in sense, these things have to. I don't know whether, in my young days, our youth used to swim across the rivers. The rivers could be swam through. Now it is full of E. coli. If you take samples, that water is totally polluted, and our youth can no longer. So something we must reclaim to ourselves. And sogale amche knowing to gel jalari. What are we there for? Just to look at what the government does. Government is supposed to be working for the people. Government is not supposed to work against the. I can understand that certain issues may not be, in a sense, I will also not support. But major issues of the people, now when it comes to public projects, many of us may have differences with each other. Okay, so, and that should be kept aside. But all these issues of conversion of land, change of zones, These must be immediately taken, and we can't allow. How long are the people going to fight? Chimbel झगडतात, सांकवाळ झगडले, Arambol, Asnora की जालते पड़े. Every all these illegal structures can't come up without political backing. So this must be cut off. Politicians must realize that Goa is not for sale by them, that it belongs to the people, and the people have a say. And we will articulate. Now, a person like me, I can't raise agitations, okay, a retired Chief Justice, but I can help. I can give legal advice. I can bring people together. So, I will जो मारला माग जाय तांता लोकांनी WhatsApp message धाडल्यात आम्ही आसात म्हणून. So this I want to harness this strength of the people together to tell the governments don't take people for granted. That there is so much done, it can't be further done. We have done the damage, don't do further damage. Goin जे आसा जे आमी झगडलेत, the freedom fighters fought for liberation. आमी बागां कुंकोलच्यान इल्यात. Our forefathers fought for preserving the culture of this Goa. I fought for Konkani and state. Rampurka lagi now 3 days Konkani गेलो. I was jailed for 3 days for the fighting for the Ramponkars. Why did we do this? Because we felt, at least I felt, and along with me so many others, that something we must do for this Goa of us. I जो thing सदा राव ना, because of my profession I do. हांव येता, विचार मांडटा, लोकां बरें मेळटा. So whatever I can do, I will try to do. There are others who are coming with me now. People from Perne, somebody is coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Chimbel, they said, okay. I said, come. I will look into your issues, help you. And I'm asking also my lawyers who are working in the High Court to at least work one matter pro bono in a year so that people can get legal assistance. And I will be there to help them also in fine-tuning the legal points wherever I can. So this I thought this is what made me articulate, I can say, my views, which I think the press and others have been picked up and spoken. So perhaps your media also now, if this is highlighted, more people will have the determination to move forward. Messages that I get is we are afraid that if we come forward, we will be harassed. Now, okay, fine, but then great movements don't happen if people are afraid. Movements happen when people come forward. Okay, some of us may suffer, does not matter. That some of us must do something to preserve the future of this land.
सर तुम्ही आता म्हणटा रिटायर्ड ॲक्च्युअली सो तुम्ही आता ॲक्च्युअली काय रिटायर्ड म्हणजे बरेच सुशागाद अशें आसपाक जाय अशें आसता रिटायर्ड जातकीर पूण तुमकां आयज झगडपाक येवचें पडटा म्हणजे एक दिवचें पडटा सर तुमकां दिसता सर इतलें चडूच जालें अशें
It has gone beyond. There are limits. This has gone beyond limits. And when I go, as a member of ex-MLA, I'll be attending the conference on 9th of January. We have a legislators day, and I hope to articulate, if the speaker allows me, to put forward these views also there, so that those who are sitting in the assemblies and also who are they also realize that we have to do something. I don't say that you do not govern. Governance is your province. I don't say that you must interfere in everything that the government does. That is the job for the government. But work for the people. Don't do something to make the people come on the roads. If they say that if hills are to be protected, we must protect the hills, irrespective of. Now you passed a law on Komindads. Going Komindads Zagni. So they were given most of the lands were given for agriculture. So and you have now passed a law that they can't be used for other than for what it was given. So how are we seeing this? Hills been cut. How are we seeing that open lands have been grabbed? I don't want to go into that. No, not has into Mazo, whatever that much Majegar. How can you give away a land just for a master zag zai zaler for a kominda? I have to apply. I have to pay the full price. आणि तुम आत म्हणतात की कोण whoever is grabbed, he can get at a concessional rate. It's a majab mare. You grab the land, squat of the land, and in the urban area 500 square meters. What kind of logic is this? And who is the government? Government is not the owner of the land. Govindas are the owner of the land. They are the ones who under the code have to give it by public auction of a government employees by a different homeless, not homeless, those who do not have land. So these are something that I said, let me, which are, I'm Konkani kit म्हणतात रे आंग सामके बरे सोसपा कहते सोसपा जायना सोसपाक जायना.
सर तुम्ही म्हटलं लिगल टीम इवन लिगल सो तुम्ही लोकांक हेल्प करतले पेटिशन्स फायल करपाक कशें फायल करूंक जाय एडवायस
येस हांव सद्या दिता. I am already giving advice to NGOs who come to me, but I will be reopening my office. My work is going on. Yellow building on. So that I will be now putting up a full-fledged office. I will be keeping also a secretary, where when I am in Goa, I will be sitting down there for some time. If I am not there, Zoom conference, etc. will be available. So people use but not individual. I am not going to fight for individuals.
Right, for village.
I will fight for causes, larger public causes.
Okay. Sir, तुम्ही म्हटलं की you are into a politics. I think you are in Janata Dal.
I was.
You was in Janata Dal. Then you left that.
Yes.
Sir, आताचे politics आणि तेन्नाचे politics, what difference you have?
Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
I was a member of the assembly. I moved a private member's bill to bring Section 8A in the Munkar Act. Khalap had also moved an amendment. You know what CM Shashikala Kakodkar did? Ask Khalap not that his amendment is better. And Khalap also said, and she allowed me to move the bill. And in Goa's history, for the first time, a private member's bill was accepted by the assembly. So that was the kind of atmosphere we are working. We are opposing, but at the same time there was.
You are in which party, sir?
That Janata Party.
Janata Party.
We were three of us, myself, Dr. Jack Sikpera and Madhav Beer. But three of us did so much of tremendous work down there. And so that was the kind of collaboration. It's not that we accept everything government did. We work together. On common issues, we work together. So this was the kind of comradeship. And yeah, corruption also now. Believe me. There was hardly any corruption. I will tell you, zero corruption.
And what about environment destruction?
The first case which I argued was for Goa Foundation. Mining of sand. Removing the sand dunes.
Sand dunes.
Kona khabar asona why the sand dunes are required.
Yeah.
So Goa Foundation filed their first petition. And I was the advocate. I argued that petition for Goa Foundation and we succeeded in the High Court to stop sand dunes. But some who do it illegally is not a different matter, but at least the High Court stopped the sand mining on dunes on the seashore. But now of course, and then development asunani, all these mushrooming constructions, change of user, nobody was astale, but it's on a very very small scale, and not that there was no corruption. There was, as it went on, it became, but not like what is happening today. Today, every project is tainted in corruption, unfortunately. So, if people like me don't speak, who will speak? Because I feel I have the moral authority. I have been a fighter for people's causes, rampon cars, toddy tappers. I took a delegation of toddy tappers to Bin Maharaji Desai. Tell him, you can't impose prohibition in Goa. I was a Janata Party MLA, but I took the delegation in Cabo to say that you can't do this. Of my own Prime Minister of the Janata Party, I fought for. I was with the trade unions fighting for their causes. I was in the Konkani movement and so many other movements. I became a judge thereafter. And so therefore I think I have at least some right to speak on behalf of the people of Goa.
And you are Kukalkar also.
And I'm to Kunkalka, I'm history, sir. That history can never go away. That I'm there, it's always there. Perhaps will continue. So I thought that I have no land conversions. Okay, I have no building contracts. For me, it is only the future of the state, future for the generations that are going to come. For me, that is most important, that we must preserve for them something of the state, what we had inherited. The earth belongs to all, but also belongs to the people who are there, and they must protect it for the new generation which are going to come. You can't say that today I'm going to destroy everything, I'm going to take over remove all the mountains and build up, and I will leave in nothing. We don't check the environment and the ecology, the damage that you are doing. See, in law we have the concept of any development, the developer must show that he is not destroying the environment in the future, not only today. So these theories are there, has been accepted by the Supreme Court as part of the law, sustainable development. Okay, and what I say, the precautionary principle. Precautionary principle is on the developer that you must prove that your project will not damage the environment, not only today, for the foreseeable future. This for me is this. I must leave. We must. Why only me? All of us, the NGOs, they are not fighting for themselves to make money and put in their pockets. Though sometimes they are unfairly criticized, but they are doing something which others are not willing to do. They are raising the voice on behalf. So we must encourage, and I must ask my youth also now. They must participate. As I said earlier, don't throw stones, don't pelt stones. But Satyagraha is, Mahatma had told us Satyagraha. It's something that we know. By peaceful agitation, something can work out. And a collective, आम्ही सगळ्यांनी ये collective voice सरकारा सांगले, I think everybody has to listen. So this is to raise this collective voice and conscience of our people. And when I say Goan people, I don't mean those who have got before 61. I mean every person who believes in this Goa, whether he has come even thereafter and is residing over here and believes in protecting the ecology and environment of Goa.
सर तुमकां आतां सुद्दां अपोजिशन आसा सर तुमी तेन्ना म्हणटा की तुमी पॉलिटिक्सांतले अपोजिशनान आशिल्ले आतांचे अपोजिशन तुमी कशें पळयता आर दे रियली वर्किंग
See, I can't comment upon that. It would not be fair on my part, okay? Because that's an area perhaps let us leave. Let the people.
But opposition can play important role.
Of course, opposition can always point out, and I don't know whether I will not. Okay, perhaps that is not a point. But opposition does play a role because opposition must study the issue. फक्त कितें प्लॅटफॉर्मार येतात आनी उलयतात बट वेन यू स्पीक इन द असेंब्ली यू मस्ट रिसर्च युअर फॅक्ट्स डू युअर रिसर्च अँड पॉइंट आउट टू द गव्हर्मेंट वॉट अँड a responsible government should listen to that. I will tell you my experience as Chief Justice of the Allahabad High Court. We have an administrative committee of my senior most judges. So Chief Justice, of course, when some Chief Justice speaks, they agree. But I said, whatever point we have, make it. I will listen to it. And good points that they made, I listened. And we worked as a team. and we could take the High Court together. During my time, there were Allahabad otherwise was known for strikes. During my time, there were no strikes except one day in Lucknow, but otherwise, so it's a matter of who is the man in the chair who can take everybody together and work with everybody.
सर माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन जो रिवोट जो पयलीं जाल्लो पळय म्हणटात तो कुंकळच्यान जाल्लो तो आतां जो आनी एक रिवोट जो कुंकळकार सुरू करतलो
See, I don't have that kind of physical.
नॉट फिजिकल
But as I said, I am bringing people together. So I want from those people whom I bring together for them to be the leaders of the movement. I can be the guide. I can be there to help them, assist them, legally, otherwise. But I want others to come in, and I want the people of Goa to be involved, irrespective of which party they are in, as long as they believe in these causes. It's not that people of different parties do not believe in Goa. Everybody believes in Goa. But there are some who have got different ideas of making money easily. But there are hundreds and thousands of us who still believe, who are decent. I would not, everybody is decent, I will not, maybe a wrong choice of the word, but who believe in this Goa. So I want to articulate their voice.
थँक्यू सो मच सर तुम्ही आमकां टायम दिलो तुम्ही पळयलां की आमचे वांगडा आसलेले रिटायर्ड चीफ जस्टीस तेंच्यांनी जशें सांगलां की गोंयांत जें कितें चल्लां तें खरेंच तेंच्यान सोंसपाक जायना आनी हे सगळे डिस्ट्रक्शन जे पळयतात ते खातीर तेंच्यांनी सद्या लोकांक सगळे एकठांय येवपाक सांगलां आनी तेच जाय तशें तांकां गायड करतले फॉर एग्जांपल खंयचो लिगल मॅटर आसत जाल्यार ते तांकां पेटिशन कशें फायल करप एडवोकेट्स हेल्प जावं लिगल कितें लिगल एडवायस ते दितले आनी तेंच्यांनी हे खातीर सगळ्या गोंयकारांक उलो मारिल्लो आसा प्रुडंटा खातीर सिनियर रिपोर्टर महेश घाडी